Well, there she is tonight. Our special guest on MTV is Kim Wilde. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here in our humble abode.
Here.
You've been a busy gal doing the rounds.
I have, yeah. Doing a lot of TV and press for the last week while I've been here. Been good fun.
Do you enjoy all that, jumping on the treadmill and doing all the publicity stuff?
Well, I've been doing it for quite a few months this year, you know, because it started at the end of May, and I started opening for Michael for about 4 months, and then after that I went to America. Before I came here I was in Japan, so I'm looking forward to going home tomorrow, actually, have a rest.
You had all those big hits in the early 80s and of course, Keep Me Hanging On a couple of years back. Your career seems to have gone in fits and starts. How come you sort of disappear for a while and you come back with another smash record? Is it planned that way?
No, I think that's the way it happens here, really. My success is sort of more continuous in Europe and the UK. And so I don't actually stop at all. I've made 6 albums now. I make an album every year, and I'm working all the time. So I've never actually sort of said, that's it, I'm going to stop.
It must have been a wonderful way to launch a new album, touring with Michael Jackson, playing to those incredible crowds. How was that?
It was fantastic.
How many shows did you do with Michael?
35.
35 shows? Yeah.
We went all around Europe, and continental Europe and the UK. And the largest crowd we had was about 125,000 people in Liverpool, which was amazing. And we played to about 2 million people during that time, so...
How is it walking out on stage in front of 125,000 people?
It was wonderful.
Terrifying?
No, not terrifying.
Did you get to spend much time with Michael?
No, not really. No, he's a very private sort of person.
You didn't sort of go and have a Chinese before the start of the tour or anything?
No, unfortunately not, no. But, no, he was very sweet, you know, I met him and he was a very nice guy. But, you know, he's very kind of like that and very distant in a way.
He keeps himself to himself?
Yeah, he does, but then so do I.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
You've got your family around you, of course. I mean, you're very much a family girl, aren't you? You write and record, and your album's produced by your brother and all that.
Yeah, I like family. I think family's a nice thing. It's very underrated this day and age.
So, well, we've got your video all laced up. Let's have a look at the latest video from Kim Wilde. This is You Came. Footage from Berlin, you were saying? Yeah,
the Berlin concert in front of the Reichstag.
Yeah.
About 100,000 people were there that day.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Security hassles and things at a concert that size?
Not hassles, really. A lot of security. Not too many problems, you know. It's very slick. Yeah. You know, Michael's been on tour for about a year prior to doing the European slot, so everything was very well oiled.
Michael suffered pretty bad. I don't want to talk about Michael or not, but he suffered at the hands of the press here. A lot of people, you know, Wacko, Jacko and all that stuff. It doesn't seem to have been as bad, as damaging for him in England, but he's a pretty normal guy, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know about being normal.
Well, as normal as you can be if you're a superstar at the age of 7. You know.
I wouldn't say he was normal. I would say something very special.
But he's not the sort of the wacko that a lot of people make.
Well, he may be. But then again, he may not be. We'll never know.
Well, come on, give us an insight.
Well, you know, I didn't really get that close to him. But, you know, he seemed to me an extraordinary man.
Close is the, there we are, can we get a cutaway of the new album, Close? Does it, of course, your father and your brother wrote tracks on the album.
They have done. I've written most of them with my brother.
Yeah. Your dad is probably best remembered as Marty Wilde Abergavenny and all that sort of thing. Does he still sing much? Well, yeah, but he shape rattles and rolls these days. Working around England? Yeah, he does a lot of rock and roll gigs. He does more gigs than I do. Really? Yeah. It must be nice that, I mean, having that security blanket in the family. It gives you. Do you think it gives you more control over your career, or maybe less? Well, it does give me more control, you know. Actually, my mum is a very underrated person in this sort of setup. My dad gets mentioned a lot because he was famous. But my mother is actually the sort of backbone of our setup, really. You know, she sort of created the whole environment whereupon we built our own recording studio. And I think within the next 3 or 4 years, we're going to have our own label, too. You know, we're very progressive. We don't just sit on our laurels and say, great, we've got Kim Wilde and we've got success. You know, we're signing up new acts. My brother's working with new acts and producing new acts, and I hope I will be too. You know, it's not just about sitting back and, you know, it's about music. So when you get sick of going on the road, you can sit behind a big desk in a pinstripe suit and sign up acts and things? I don't know about a pinstripe suit, but I hopefully writing for other people. I'd love to do that. You know, I've been working hard on my writing, and I'd love to write and produce other people one day. Yeah. You like U2? They're a great band. Yeah, we've got a quick look at the new movie. So stick around and have a look at this. This is the new movie, Rattle. Issues that they see as being important. Do you get involved in any charities or any issues?
Well, Greenpeace I do, yeah. I did a benefit concert for them about a couple of years ago, and I got involved with the comic relief thing, which was with Mel Smith. We had a record released at Christmas last year. And yeah, I think, you know, rock or pop or music has a positive role to play there.
Because you're a high-profile person, do you get approached by a lot of charities and organisations wanting you to help?
Yeah, of course, all the time. You know, we do as much as we can. You know, I don't like to just do token stuff much, but a lot of the time that's what I end up having to do. You know, just sort of like giving my name to something or giving some money. But I guess it's better than doing nothing.
I was reading somewhere that you modelled yourself on Linda McCartney in the early days. Is that a fictitious quote or is that for real?
No, it's true actually. I remember seeing the back of a Wings album, and I saw her with her like punky crop. This is just prior to like the whole punk rock thing taking off, and I sort of modelled myself on her. I thought she looked really cool.
You're in England where a lot of the new music's coming out of. What do you see going on there that really takes your fancy? Who do you really like?
Well, I really like Scritti Politti. They've always been quite sort of, I don't know, not terribly high profile, but I've always really loved their music and the quality of their production. I really like Prefab Sprout a lot, and I love what Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis do. And I like Todd Rundgren.
Hey, who wrote a song on the new album?
Yeah, we covered a Todd Rundgren song. In fact, wasn't that a Todd Rundgren song on the advert that you had a little while back?
Oh, the sort of 60s sounding. Yeah, I think it was.
I thought it was.
Well, I know you enjoyed looking at that little bit from Tour Australia. Say
yeah,
yes.
Next year. No, definitely. I mean it this time. I'll be back. After doing the Michael thing, I feel very good about touring. You know, enjoy it a lot.
He's talking about coming back sometime soon too.
Is he really?
Team up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, when I did the tour with him, we were doing a lot of old material, basically because people were there to see Michael and not myself, so you know, we were sort of there to entertain and have a good time, which was fine. But on my own tour, you know, it'd be very much more about myself, and of course, you know, it'd be a very different kind of thing, really.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
I hope it all comes together. Japan and a worldwide tour?
Well, I hope so, yeah. The album's doing so good at the moment everywhere that it looks like a world tour is on the cards.
There you go. Please come back and see us.
I will.
That'd be nice. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, You Came is the name of the song, so you should come back and that'd be good.
Thank you.